Let's talk solar, everyone. Hi, happy Friday, Tiffany Chin, and
Rachel
we're
Biggio.
your LA Realtors with the Tiffany Chin Group. Welcome back to our Small Business Spotlight. So, as many of you know, we at the Tiffany Chin Group started this series during the pandemic as a way to give back to our community that has been so good to us over the years. And we've decided to put a little spin on it. From here on out, the series will serve as a forum to support women in business in our community. We'll feature women owned businesses with noteworthy services and products. So today we're shining the spotlight on Anita Bradbury from Simply Solar. We're talking to Anita today about being able to make the process of going solar both convenient and hassle free at a less expensive rate. Anita is dedicated to simplifying the solar industry and making solar system ownership effortless. Under her leadership, Simply Solar has been transforming the Southern California solar market since 2013, offering state-of-the-art American-made products and exceptional customer service, ensuring seamless experiences and quality systems built to last for generations. And so, without further ado, we're particularly thrilled to bring her talents under our spotlight this afternoon. Welcome to our show, Anita, and thank you so much for making time for us today. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Um, your audio is a little quiet, um, but we will make do. No problem. Yeah, come in a little closer.
Okay, so Anita, let's start from the beginning. Would you mind sharing a little bit about yourself and how you got started in the renewable energy business?
Yeah, so I had kind of a roundabout way of getting here. I started kind of my adult career working in entertainment, actually. I worked in production design and construction for theater, film, and television. And I was really interested in the industry, but the level of kind of material waste that goes into it really bothered me. And so I kind of realized that I was this sort of crazy hippie tree hugger and never knew. And so it sort of just took all of my experience and my talents in, construction and kind of creative design and turned to renewables. I actually landed on solar as a result of a college friend of mine that I played rugby with. And so, since I got into the industry, I just absolutely fell in love with it. It was to me, the perfect combination of technology, construction, and environmentalism. And so, it's kind of a win-win-win.
That's so fun. Well, thanks for sharing that. So, in our roles, we work with many residential buyers and sellers. What advice would you give them about going solar for their homes?
Yeah, solar is actually one of the most secure investments that you can make as a homeowner. The trick to it is finding a company that is going to be a good partner for you. There are people who are looking for just the best price they can get. There are people who are looking for a really high quality system that's going to last. There are people who are looking for the highest aesthetics and maintaining the appearance of the home. And so, depending on what your goal is, aside from just saving money, which is, kind of a given with solar, what is your goal after that? And depending on that, you really have to select the right company to be your partner to achieve that goal.
That's really good advice because I haven't actively been looking, but there are so many companies out there pitching different things that I wouldn't even know where to start. So we appreciate that
Yeah.
insight.
So when I bought my house, I inherited the solar panels that were already here. And, renewable energy and solar power, it's all like so technical. How does Simply Solar make it more accessible and easy to understand? Because I had no idea what I was like signing up for when I bought my house.
Right. And that's one of the things that I've experienced the most in the solar industry is just kind of a lack of information or at least a lack of clarity around like what is this thing? What does it actually do? How do I control it? And so what we've done is a lot of our business model is designed around the customer experience. It's designed to kind of hold your hand through it, through every step of the process, which can be lengthy and complicated, and really give you a resource. We created a customer service model where you have a single point of contact. So we kind of borrowed some strategies from the technology industry and said, okay, a customer success manager, which is usually someone who would be responsible for kind of onboarding you onto a new product platform. We copied that same model and applied it to customer service, where you have one person who is dedicated to your project, who's going to help you kind of understand everything that's happening, who's going to advise you on what's coming next, who's going to kind of lay out a roadmap for your personal project and what goals you are trying to achieve. And that makes it a lot better that you kind of have this person in your pocket that's available to you all the time. We also have our own in-house engineering team. Something that a lot of people don't realize is that in the solar industry, it's very common to outsource pieces of the project, especially engineering. And so what happens is the company that you think you're working with is actually outsourcing the engineering and design work. And so the people that you're talking to aren't even the people who know what this system is or what it's supposed to do. So of course they're not gonna be able to tell you because they don't know themselves. And so the fact that we have our own in-house team for that aspect of the project has been a big contributor to being able to clearly articulate what this thing is, what it does, what you should expect, and kind of all the ins and outs of the system.
Love that. And is that point of contact their point of contact after they install too, just in case they have? No, good. I like that.
Yeah.
Makes it very, very easy.
Yeah.
Before we go to the next one, Anita, sometimes I told you I go rogue during these. I'm going to go rogue a little bit. But this kind of brings up, like, if you're thinking about doing this, like, where do you even start?
Send us your electric bill. That's all you need to start.
Oh.
Yeah. The first thing we look at is an electric bill. If you just moved into the property, you don't have a bill yet. If you're building a new home, you don't have a bill yet. Because we have that really robust in-house engineering, we can even still work with you then. All we need is an address. We have a very consultative approach. We actually don't even call it sales. We call it consultation, because our goal is to provide education, provide information, listen to what your goals are, and then if we believe we can meet those goals, we will provide you with a proposal. If we believe we can't meet those goals, then we will tell you why. And we've actually redirected people to other companies that we think would be a better fit. An example being somebody who's just very budget conscious and they don't really care about the extra bells and whistles. We tend to offer a higher quality product. And some people just don't care about that. They're just looking for the low budget option. And in those cases, we will actually refer them to somebody else. And so, by starting with that consultative approach, what are your actual goals? Let's hear that. Let's put together a proposal that's going to meet those goals. And then it's up to you to decide, is this something that I want to invest in right now?
Well, your approach is music to our ears.
Yeah, right.
We're always wary about salesiness, I suppose, for a lack of a better word. And so we really appreciate the consultative approach as well.
Right.
We're firm believers in that. So thank you for bringing that to our community. Okay, so this may be a bit of a tough question, but in your opinion, what does the perfect sustainable world look like, and how does solar energy fit into that vision?
Yeah, so to me, sustainability really comes back a lot to, how balanced is our system? How balanced is our economy? How balanced is our agriculture? There's a lot of things that we are dependent on, and making sure that those systems are in balance, meaning that the supply is meeting the demand, is very important. And what we're running into more and more as we kind of have this globalized system is it's not just about the simple fact of supply and demand. You have a third factor entering, which is access or delivery. And so we're running into a lot of these problems, especially around our food sources. A lot of our food is being grown in other countries and being imported. And the same thing is true of energy. That a lot of the energy that is used in the United States is actually produced elsewhere and imported. And when you start to depend on systems around delivery or access, you can very easily put that system out of balance. So the way to bring that system back into balance is to create self-sufficiency. The more that you can kind of be in control of your own use, whether that's food, whether that's energy, whether that's water, whatever the resources that you need, if you are generating it yourself, then that access piece of the equation goes away. And so solar is one of the only ways that a typical homeowner can solve that equation, to create that self-sufficiency, to make that problem of access go away, because you're generating your own power locally right on your home. And so that is bringing the system back into balance overall. And that's why renewables, but solar specifically, are so important. Got
it. Thank you so much for that. And that's pretty much it. Thanks, Anita, for sharing your business and the expertise with us. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our community before we log off here?
Yeah. I get a lot of people that I speak to who, they're kind of curious about solar, but they're just nervous. They want to stay away from that salesiness that we were talking about. And so, I want to kind of give an open invitation. This weekend, we're actually going to be exhibiting at the Pomona Fairplex. There's a Home and Garden Expo that's taking place there this weekend. And from noon to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be there. If you're curious about solar and you just kind of want to chat with somebody about it without really making a commitment, it's a really great opportunity to come out and talk to somebody who's knowledgeable about solar, who's knowledgeable about the industry, who can answer those questions in kind of a low impact situation. So I really encourage you to come out at the Pomona Fairplex Saturday and Sunday from noon to 5 p.m.
Thank you.
Well, Anita, thank you. Oh, sorry, Tiff.
Okay. Telling you to go ahead.
Oh, thank you, again, for joining us, and for everyone who tuned in today. We always appreciate it. Please continue to support your local businesses and spread some love into the world. We could all use it right now. And if there is a special woman-owned business that you would like us to spotlight next, please DM it to us. And enjoy your weekend and stay safe, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Anita. So lovely chatting with you today. Bye.
Bye, everyone.